Hi, welcome. Today we're going to be focusing a little bit on backbending. So hopefully that will sit well with you. Just sit for a moment, any position that's comfortable for you. And you might want to place a hand on your heart or both hands on your heart, or you can just, otherwise. But we're just going to bring attention to this part of the body. So as you sit tall, feel as though the heart is lifting you up. Okay, and then feel your head float above your heart. You may wish to close your eyes or relax your gaze downward. And take a few deep breaths as if you were breathing in and out of the heart. Now, when we talk about the heart, of course, the physical heart is there, but also the energetic heart. And this is, really where we feel love, compassion, kindness, all of those qualities of the heart. So as you breathe a little more deeply, envisaging the breath coming in and out at the heart space, perhaps just consider what it is that you're grateful for today. And that could be something really small, like the fact that you ate breakfast, or you have the time and the resources to come to class. It might be for a person. It might even be for you and your life. Right, how lucky we are to have this day to actually wake up and to breathe. So this is all a great gift if we choose to see it that way. So really feel that in your bones, whatever it is that you're grateful for. Breathe deep. Breathe deep. And as we practice today, I'll encourage you to dedicate whatever benefit you feel from your practice to the peace and well-being of all beings, including yourself. Okay, now we're going to chant Om, which we don't always do, but we'll do it today. It's a beautiful, kind of like an opening to class. So join in if you'd like to. We'll chant 3 times. Deep breath in. Welcome, everybody. Okay. What I really love about chanting, especially that sound Om, is especially when I have my hand on my body and my hand on my heart, is I feel the vibration. It just feels really good. It's like just sort of amplifying the energy of the heart. Yeah. So we're going to start kneeling. Please put padding under your knees if that's helpful to you. Certainly helpful to me, but you can do as you wish. And then as you find the tabletop position, we're going to start with cat-cow by rounding the back on the exhalation and a gentle arch on the inhale. So keep going, following the rhythm of your own breath. And see if you can expand and bring awareness to the front and back of the heart. So this is the thoracic spine. The lumbar spine is the lower back, and then the sort of mid and upper is the chest, the thoracic spine. And then, of course, we've got the neck, the cervical spine, okay? So as we move into deeper back bends progressively, we're going to see if we can find more length and spaciousness through the spine. But also really focusing on this, particularly on lifting and opening and finding more movement through the chest spine. Okay, and what we'll come to see is that the support of a strong back is really helpful. Okay, and then mix it up. So you might like to circle your hips or take figure eights and just give yourself permission to have a play and move in any way the body would like to. So really get the spine moving in all directions. Feeling grounded through the hands, spreading the fingers wide, distributing your weight across all the fingers. The knees are pretty much hip width, so you feel well supported. Okay. And now walk your hands forward, keep your hips above your knees. And you can choose to be on your fingertips, so the hands are like tents, or you can bring your palms to the floor. But see if you can create more space along the arms, the stretch of the arms and through your waist. Perhaps head to floor. You might want to take your hands wider, so check in with the shoulders. Notice how it feels. Yeah. You might want to play with either the chin to the floor or the forehead to the floor. Notice how it feels in the neck. And you can also bring this into more of a back bend shape by bringing the chest and the chin towards the floor. So sit bones are lifting high and wide, chest and chin coming to the floor. If that doesn't work for you, you just lift your chest up a bit. Good, and then as you slide your hands back, we'll come into a rounded shape through child's pose, hips coming to heels. And let your tailbone soften down. So now we're really allowing the back to find its curves and its roundedness. The head could come to the floor or the head can go to your hands or arms. Good, and then when you're ready, come back up to fours and take down dog. In this first down dog, perhaps pedaling ankles. But see if you can create as much length as possible through the spine, through the waist. And as you do this, lengthen your breath. Long, luscious breaths. Breathe right down to the base of the lungs. Relax any tension in the neck and in the jaw. And savor the breath. So each breath is a gift. Let's make the most of it. Okay, walk your feet forward, come to a standing forward bend. As you soften your knees or bend your knees deeply, hold your elbows or let your arms dangle down. Just depends what feels best for you. And just nod the head a few times. You might also like to just rock slightly. So your upper body is dangling like a pendulum with the head as the heavy weight. Okay, and then if it feels good in your spine, you can roll up, and if not, you come up with a flat back. Okay, let's step to the top of the mat. And we'll take like 2 half sun salutations. And if you're new to this movement, watch what I'm doing with my back, because I want you to really find the length and stretch through the spine when we come up to half forward fold, okay? Mary, if I stand here, you'll be able to see me, yeah? Okay, so as we breathe in, reach the arms up. Long exhale, bend your knees, hinge forward. Fantastic. Slide your hands to your shins. Inhale, half forward bend. Now you're pressing the shins, thighs back, but also lengthening through your spine. So the back is more straight. And exhale, fold in. Good. Inhale, come all the way up now with a flat back. So you're hinging from your hips. And then bring the hands down. Okay, so again, just watch if it's better for you to watch, because sometimes we learn by watching before doing. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, bend from your hips. Inhale, half forward bend. So you're trying to create lots of length through the spine. The back is more flat. Exhale, fold in, squeeze all the breath out. Now the back is more rounded. Inhale, draw the head and chest forward first as you come up with a flat back. And exhale, hands come down. Beautiful. So we'll do that and we'll go into sun salutation, so plank pose. Inhale. Exhale, long breath out. And you're following your own breath rhythm. Inhale halfway, so it might be a bit faster or slower. Exhale, fold, squeeze the breath out. Hands on the floor, step back to a plank pose. Those of you that need to, knees can be on the floor. Otherwise, you're pressing the floor away, lifting the shoulder blades up. So now it feels like we're really lifting and opening the back of the heart. Draw the belly up, draw the front ribs up. Thighs are strong if the knees are lifted. And you might also just reach back a slightly bit further with your heels. Good. One more breath in. Exhale all the way down. Cobra pose, inhale. Exhale down. Now we're still trying to lengthen the spine. So do 2 more of those. Stretch back with the toes as you anchor through the legs. And if it feels needed, you keep low. Okay, so you just choose the height. Shoulders are down, away from the ears. Fantastic. Okay, now locust. Hands come back either side the hips. Legs and chest and arms lifting. So this is a back bend, but it's a strong back bend because we're using the back to lift us up. Okay, come down, hands down, and then press back to down dog. Really nice. Now option here, right leg lifting, 3-leg dog. As you breathe out, right foot forward, warrior 1. So back heel is down, but you want to feel really grounded. Pelvis turning front left corner of the mat and the arms reaching up. So for this one, the hips are turning towards the front left corner of the mat. Some of you might like to take your right foot a bit further right, so you can angle your back foot further forward. Yeah? And you're lifting up, so keep your arms up, but just watch me. You're lifting up from the belly and drawing in at these lower abdominal muscles, and then just check your breathing. So as the heart lifts, the shoulder blades widen, and some of you will have your arms like this, slightly forward, and some of you might be able to bring the arms alongside the ears, and some of you might even have the arms coming further back. But we're really lifting up strongly as we breathe deeply. Good. So you breathe out, hands come down, and step back to a plank. Taking several breaths in plank pose. Nice strong breaths. A bit more here, see how that is. I think that makes stronger shoulders. Does that feel all right? And you could also lift up a tiny bit more, like there. Yeah? Okay, all the way down, fantastic. Inhaling, cobra pose. And exhale, roll back to down dog. Fantastic, okay. Left leg lifting, 3-leg dog. Big breath in. Exhale, left foot forward. Don't worry if it doesn't go all the way forward between the hands. Okay, then you just move your feet. Left foot comes to the left, so you can turn your right foot further forward. You're hugging in, down those lower abdominals. Even though the pelvis is turning more towards the front right corner of the mat, the chest is turning forward. And again, think about the position of the arms. because the arms can really lead us into those deeper back bends. So it might be that you need to take your arms slightly wider, so see how it feels in the shoulders. Yeah, you might then be able to bring your arms slightly back. So we've got these strong legs as we're reaching up and lifting the heart. Good. Exhale as you bring the hands down. Step back to plank. Inhale. Exhale all the way down. Okay, forearms in front of you, elbows under shoulders. Sphinx. Press the forearms down, draw the chest forward, slide shoulder blades down back, adjust the angle of the neck to head to suit. Slow, deep breaths. Forearm plank, tuck your toes. If you need to, keep your knees on the floor and just lift your pelvis. If you can, lift your knees. Okay, so find the lift up through the hips. Fantastic. Stay with it. Naima, try feet back a little bit. It's going to be harder. Yes, okay. Good, and then just face plant down, come all the way down. Okay, really nice, really nice. So this is quite a good preparation for up dog. If you need to see me, you can. This Sphinx pose, I like this because it gives us an idea of what's happening in the upper body when we do upward dog. And I'm just going to show you, because when we do the next round of sun salutations, just watch me. So from plank pose, you might see how I'm rocking forward, but I'm keeping my hips and belly up, so I'm not collapsing like this. Then, those of you that are strong enough, you bend your elbows, you keep that nice strong straight line, then you roll over the toes. Tops of the feet are on the floor, but the pelvis is up. This is upward facing dog. It's not like this with the ears around and shoulders around the ears. It's, yeah? So it's really strong lift up through the whole of the front of the body. And then we keep that nice lift up through the hips, roll over the toes, and come back into down dog. So if you're not doing that, you'll do cobra, okay? Come back up to kneeling, then come into down dog. Beautiful. And from down dog, we come forward. So inhale deeply. Exhale, step or hop the feet to the hands. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold, bend your knees, sink your hips down, nice and low, chair pose. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Good, exhale, standing up, arms down, fantastic. Now we're going to really consider the shoulders as we move through the forward bend. So inhale the arms up, lift your chest. Exhale, spin the palms down, and then hinge forward, nice. Inhale halfway. Exhale, step to plank. Okay. So think about where you're going with this one. Inhale, plank, and then you choose to either take chaturanga or you're coming down with the pelvis and knees on the floor, okay? That's the exhale. The inhale is the back bend. It might be up dog, might be cobra. Exhale, down dog, keep going. So I like to take my time with that, with those sort of trio of poses, especially with the breath, especially with the inhale. One more time if you want to. So inhale forward to a plank. Exhale, choose which way you're going, lowering. Inhale into the back bend of choice. And exhale, roll back to down dog. Okay, now we stay in down dog or take a rest if you need to, knees on the floor. Now my philosophy with regard to yoga is that you're not here to punish yourself or bad talk yourself, okay? You're here to do things that feel really good in your body and helpful in your body. So you need to keep checking in. Why am I doing this? What's my motive? Am I doing it because I'm like following my ego to look good? Or am I doing it because I'm really responding to what my body is after, what my body needs today, okay? So just keep checking in with that, because when you're kind to yourself, you're kind to everybody else around you, all right? So very, very important, especially when we're doing a heart-centered practice. Okay, right leg lifting, three-leg dog. Exhale, right foot forward, warrior one again. Okay, so try this, arms out to the sides, and then spin the palms up. Okay, notice how it is in the shoulders, just don't look at my legs, okay? You're doing warrior one. So palms down, feel what happens to the upper arms roll, and then palms up. Feel how it is in the shoulder blades, even accentuate it. Arms down, it's almost like a forward bend. Palms down, palms up. Feel how you can really lift. The shoulder blades get you into that back bend. Okay, one more, exhale. Yeah, inhale, fantastic. Now with those shoulder blades coming in, you can start to lift the arms. Yeah, you might be able to take the arms a little further back. See how it feels, legs are strong, belly is strong. Okay, and then just dial it down a little bit as you bring the arms down. Okay, now we're gonna go to do Gomukhasana arms. So left arm comes up, palm is facing to the center of your mat, yeah. Good. Then you lift nice and high with that left arm, bend the elbow. Okay. Some of you will hold the elbow with the right hand. Some of you will take the right arm down, turn the palm back, bend the elbow, and pretend you are going to catch the hands. You might also hold your t-shirt, or you can just pretend, or you can interlock the fingers. Doesn't make it a better pose. I want you to really lift up with that top arm and breathe and breathe and feel the head lift and turn the face forward. And if you want to look up or lift your chin and breathe into the heart. Breathe into the heart. Good. And then as you're ready, arms come down either side of the front foot. Fantastic. Step back to a plank pose. Inhaling. Exhale your vinyasa. So it could be down to the floor or low plank, cobra or up dog. Shoulders are rolling back. Chest is lifting up and through. Lift your hips, down dog. Good. Make sure you're aligned with kindness. Breathe deep into your heart. Left leg in the sky, three-leg dog. Exhale, left foot forward, warrior one. Okay. Remember what we're doing with the arms. So feel those strong legs, how they've got you. Yeah? Good. And then you can practice a few times if you like. Palms up. The shoulder blades widen, shoulder blades like hug into the back. Palms down. It's almost taking us into that rounded back. Yeah? Notice how the arm position and the shoulders inform the back bend. Then when you have the palms up, you can spread your wings and lift your arms up. Good, and breathe. Breathe into the heart. So some people in this pose like to connect the palms together. I personally like the palms separated. Neither is right or wrong. Got to get out of this black and white thinking. Good, and then right arm stays up, palm is turning to the center line of the mat, so to your left. If you're doing it, bend the top elbow, hold with the left hand. This is fine, this is a good variation. Or right arm comes down. Okay, back of the head moving towards the upper arm. Breathe, circulate that energy. Energy is called prana. You want more of it. Especially when life is tough, you want to get your energy moving. Good. And then as you exhale, hands down, step back, plank pose. Inhale and take your vinyasa. It's always fine to pause, to rest, to adapt and adjust. Now we step right foot forward, left knee to the floor. Use your blanket if you need it. Low lunge. Hips can come forward, but keep lifting the front pelvic rim. Yeah? So it's not, we're not just, I don't know if you can see, but you're not just letting your pelvis tip forward, which means you're going to create a really deep curve in the lower back. What you're doing is drawing up on those lower belly muscles, zippering them up, and then the pelvis is coming forward. Okay, so it's a really strong, supported back bend. Yeah, now you can stay here or you can play with lifting the back foot. See, I've got my hands on the front leg. I always get cramp in my left hamstring when I do this, which is an indication that it's not strong enough. So just, notice how it is for you. Yeah, that's a hamstring that's lifting that foot up. Strong contraction of the hamstring. So you might stay here, hands on the front leg or hands on blocks. Yeah? Then you get to choose. You could reach back with the left hand and hold the foot. Yeah? Hips are turning forward. Chest is turning forward. You might even lift your right arm up. You could perhaps even go like deeper, which is why I'm saying you might need a blanket. If it bothers your knee, don't do it. Be kind to your body. Slightly easier to balance is left hand down, right arm reaching back for the twisting version. I find that easier to balance. Good. And just stay with it and come out when you need to by putting the hands down and maybe coming back to down dog or whatever is needed. There's a hand on the block. Okay, now what you're going to do is take this knee further back. Yeah, much further back. Much further, yes. Okay, and then bring this knee further forward. Yeah, and really let your hips come forward. Okay, good. And then lift up the back foot. Okay, so just check in with your breath. Left hand on the knee. Now as you
Left hand on the knee.
Sorry, right hand. Yeah. As you press down, grounding here. Yeah. Keep pressing through that front foot. Yeah. And then see if you can lift up your pelvic floor and your belly at the same time as bringing the hips forward. So both happen. Yeah. Yeah. Now reach back that foot. Yes. Okay. You. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So in between sides, just check in with your body. Take a vinyasa if you want to, and then we'll meet on the other side with the left foot forward. Okay. And I'm going to show you what I was just doing with Joe, because I see this quite a lot. So when you come into your low lunge left foot forward, if there's not much space between the right knee and the left foot, you're going to be right on your kneecap when you lift up that back foot. Nothing wrong with that, but you're just right on your kneecap, which might be uncomfortable. So you're going to see if you can create more space between the left foot and the right knee. So walk your left foot forward or take your right knee further back. Yeah? And let the hips come forward. At the same time, it's always complementary opposites in yoga, like in life. Yeah? So we're lifting up with the lower abdominal muscles, perhaps you'll feel pelvic floor and the spine. So my left foot's really far forward. I'm going to just bring my left foot further back, but then take my hips forward. So we're sort of seeing where we get to. And it's that combination of more space between front foot and back, but also the hips coming forward. Yeah? Hips are forward of the back knee. This is the significant thing. Doesn't matter if that left knee is forward of the ankle or not. Okay, so you have this. You might have your hands on the front leg, or sometimes if you take more, the hands down and wider, it might feel more stable. We try lifting up the back foot. Yeah, remember me, I've got long arms and short legs, so that's why I can easily reach. Yeah. If you have the foot with your right hand, you might see I'm holding the outside. I can flip the palm facing out, thumb up like you're hitchhiking. I can hold the inside. I can turn the chest forward from this position. I can also bend my elbow and bring that foot right in. Yeah? But I'm not on my kneecap. I'm actually above the kneecap. I'm above the kneecap and on the bottom of the thigh muscle, which you may or may not be able to see. You could look forward. If you really press into that front foot, you might be able to lift the left arm up. Okay, and then you can get all fancy and you can start doing funny things with your left arm. Okay, or take the twisted version. Just check how it is. When you've had enough time, remember your practice. Do your thing. Because even though it's a guided group class, I'm not into cookie cutter, right? I want you to really get something from this class. You can do your own practice as well. Okay, you might take a vinyasa or come into down dog. Notice how it feels. Okay. And then please rest if you need longer. We're going to come into warrior one again. So from downward facing dog, inhale the right foot up, exhale right foot forward. Take your stand in warrior one. Hips turning front left corner of the mat. Now I'm just going to move and show you. You can just put your hands on the hips for now. Don't be the legs in a tightrope. Go a little bit wider without being ridiculous. Okay? Bend your right knee and turn your left foot as far forward as it can within reason. And if you feel wobbly, go a little bit like this with your right foot. Okay? Good. So keep bending the right knee, pressing the left heel down. You're going to turn the palms up like this, lift your chest, draw your belly in, then spin your palms face down so you feel your shoulders roll forward and down. Bend your elbows, see if you can interlace your fingers. So it looks like this, the palms of the hands come together and your fingers are intertwined. Yeah? Then you're going to start to lift the chest and see if you can straighten your arms. Okay? Keep drawing the belly in. Okay. Press down both feet. If this doesn't work for you, use a strap or just bring the arms back. Okay? Inhale. Exhale. Start to hinge from your hips. Remember that hinging movement we did. Your chest is coming towards the front leg or maybe inside the front leg, and the arms might lift up higher, and keep hugging in your right outer hip. And just check in. Does this feel good in my body? Does it feel helpful? Smooth, steady breath. And use your breath when you're ready. It will be the inhale to lift you up. And then, okay, let's take either a vinyasa or just step forward so you can get to side two. Okay, so what you could do next time, Mary, is try the hands wider. Yeah, it's nice just to have something to hold on to. Yeah, see how that is. Have you got one, or is that? Yeah, you've got one. Okay, and again, just a suggestion. Okay, so when you are coming to side two, you might be going through down dog, left leg up, all of that. Okay. Yeah, so I'm just enjoying seeing how you're playing with the arms, like, so it's this, like, back bend. You see, we're not going to be able to catch hold of the arms, hands in that position. You got to inwardly rotate the upper arms, inwardly rotate, maybe rounding the back, bend the elbows, catch the hands. Then it's that lifting and outwardly rotating the upper arms. Yes. And the strap is really helpful if you need it, like this. And you're going to breathe in, draw the belly up, spine lifting, and exhale, hinge forward. And hug in your left outer hip. Feel how it wants to pop out to the side. So feeling that nice, strong position. You can always come out. Okay. Let's try bending this knee. Yeah, there we go. All right. Does that feel okay? Okay, and okay, so lift up. And then you choose how long you stay in the pose. Come up and come out when you need to. Okay, so now you're going to roll, yes, like this. Bend the elbows. No, actually don't bend the elbows. Bring the hands in a little bit closer and then roll it. Yeah, okay. And then again, try once more. So bend the front knee. Beautiful. And then keep lifting up here. It's slippy. Okay, good. And so come up when you need to, Mary, or just put your hands down and take a forward bend or down dog. Okay, really nice. So those of you who are standing, we'll do this together. Big breath in. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, lift halfway. And exhale, down dog. This is the very last time you'll be doing these vinyasas. Okay, good. Let's take the knees to the floor for a moment. Okay, and then you can just sit up and maybe, yeah, just anything that needs to have a little wiggle or a shake. I'm going to give you options here. So you could have, let's see, how should we do this? Right knee down, left leg back, and you're here like this. And we might start off with this together. Notice how the top arm can go up, a little bit back, maybe slightly forward. And then we could also bring that back foot a little bit further back so you can really open up. Okay, so that might be option one. And then let's see, which way do I want to go? This way for down dog, bend the knee, turn the hip, pivot on the foot that's still on the floor, and bring that top arm up and back. So in this one, this kind of it's called wild thing, the foot on the floor, the foot on the mat is pressing down, the leg is straight, and then notice how this leg, the knee is bent and my heel is lifted. Okay, so if that is unfamiliar, do knees down. Okay, so let's try it like this. You're coming into kneeling. You're either going to lift up to down dog or you're going to stay kneeling, and you will either stretch your left leg back on the mat or lift your left leg in the sky. Okay, and then you're going to start, if you're kneeling, to straighten the back leg and press the foot down so the toes are turned either to the side of your mat, the long side. Yeah, and see what you can do with that top arm and how it helps to kind of lift and open the chest. And as long as it feels safe in your body, you're not going to kind of injure yourself, you can explore. Okay, and then you choose when you come out. Really nice. And then in your own time, side two. Everyone okay? Any questions on that little experiment? Are we all right? Okay, well done. Well done. Okay at home? Good. We're going to just change it up a little bit and we're going to do, we'll do one more thing on the arms, optional, and then we're going to take a seated twist and we'll come into some different back bends from seated. All right. So I like forearm dog because it's great for the shoulders. And once we start getting into back bends that are like this back bend, so arms overhead, so it's a little bit, this isn't arms overhead, but it's the same principle, kind of, yeah? Or wheel pose, where the arms, you're on your back and your arms are overhead. It's like all about what the shoulders are doing. So when we do forearm dog, yeah, which also informs headstand and Pincha Mayurasana, you're pushing the floor away and you're using your shoulders as well as your arms, yeah? So if you want to try it, the elbows are shoulder width. And as you push down, lift your rib cage up and feel your shoulder blades lift and widen. Don't even worry about lifting the knees, yeah? Lift your chest up. Like feel the center of the chest. Lift it up as much as you can. So it might feel like you're rounding your back, that's okay. And then find your belly and draw your belly muscles up, okay? So you've got all the support in the front. And then tuck your toes and lift your knees. And then just like in down dog, don't worry if you keep your knees bent, but see if you can find more length through the spine. So sit bones are lifting high, pubic bone is lifting high. Yeah, nice. Okay, that's it, Joe. You can walk your feet slightly forward, Joe, and lift your hips a bit higher. Really good. So it's effortful, right? But you're doing it with kindness. So you come out when you need to. Okay? Like really lovely, lovely to have strong body, lovely to have strong shoulders. It's what we want. Okay? And then, brilliant. And then we're just going to come and sit up and just change it and do a seated twist because we've done like loads of back bends, forward bends, right? So if you need to, you could sit on a block or a cushion or a blanket. First option, left leg straight, right knee bent. Second option, left one comes underneath. So it's coming to the outside of the right hip and right foot steps over. Yes? Which is where if the hips are a little bit tight, taking your hips up helps. Now the back for this one is natural curves. So I'm not slumping, I'm lifting. Okay? And we're going to turn towards your, what's that? Right. Right. Okay, so you put your, it's because I was doing the opposite. Okay, so you put your left arm on your right leg, and then you turn. Okay, breathe. Okay, now as you stay in the twist, make any little adjustments that you need to. And notice, so especially because we fixed the hips in position, yeah, the twist is directed up the spine, like rib cage, chest, and neck. And in actual fact, the lower back does not rotate. It does not rotate at all. It can't rotate. So see if you can facilitate a deeper twist, which comes with more height in the thoracic spine. Good. And then as you're ready, untwist. And then change the legs. So do exactly the same on the other side. You want to feel like you're perched on your sit bones. And even before you twist, see if you can like get a little bit taller. The heart is lifting you, the head is lifting you. Okay, and then this right arm can come over and the left hand walks back. And breathing as you go, breathing as you go. Softening the face, softening the jaw. And finding the places in the body where it feels perhaps stiff or tight, and with like your body is your great friend and your breath is your friend. So work with your body and your breath if you're trying to facilitate deeper movements. Good. And then as you're ready, we untwist. Fantastic. And then you're going to come to high kneeling. So you can use a blanket under the knees if you need to. Have your knees hip distance. So no wider, not like this, not this, here, and not together. Okay? Feel it in your body. Hands on the pelvis. Tailbone is just lengthening down. And those lower belly muscles are drawing in. So if it's helpful, you can put your hands on the lower belly muscles. Just gently hug them in. Spine is lifting, so it feels like you've got two balloons under your armpits. Yeah? And then from here, you're going to feel your strong back and notice your glutes, your buttock muscles. So you can always put your hands on your pelvis. As you lift up from your chest, collarbones lifting and widening. Okay, so baby camel. Perhaps the shoulders are rolling back a bit more and the heart is lifting up and through. Feeling the support of the back, the gluteals slightly engaged, the lower back muscles lifting and holding you. Yes, shoulder blades lifting and holding you. If it feels good in your body, you can also lift your chin, look up, but feel the neck muscles supporting the weight of the head. If it's too much for the neck, chin in, look forward. Okay. And then you return to completely vertical spine. And then we sit back. Okay, so that's quite a big back bend if we do it like that mindfully. So you can either do the same again, or when you come up, tucking the toes is less far to get to. This is where I do need something under my knees. And it's the same principle, but the hands might come to the heels. And when you come out of your back bend, whichever you do, you're going to think forward and up, forward and up, forward and up. Yeah, so you come back really strongly. So without coming to each and every one of you, when you're doing that back bend, you can imagine that you've got somebody's hands just sort of supporting you at your lower back and supporting you at your upper back and your shoulder blades. So this is the feeling of that, like the back has got you, it's strong, which allows you to come into those deeper back bends. Yeah? Okay, and then we're going to lie down on our backs, but you can watch me first if you want to, because I want to show you. So first option, bridge pose. And as you lift up, this might be a good position for the arms, or you walk your upper arms a bit under and you hold hands. Yeah? And you can also play with lifting the hips and bringing the arms up. This is really nice. And if you're going to do upward facing bow, then you'll lift your hips and you bring your hands outside the ears. And then we lift, notice it's my pelvis lifting. You might come to the top of the head.
And then you gather all your resources, and with an exhale, you come up. Okay? Exhale, exhale, lift. Stay in the pose as long as you'd like to. You might just need to adjust the position of the feet and the hands. And then we come down really slowly. So tucking the chin and rolling down. Okay? Where I see people go wrong with this is their knees are too far forward of their ankles. So you've got to have your knees above your ankles, usually, because it's a pulling this way, not pushing that way. All right, let's have a go. So lie on your back, bridge pose first, always really nice just to kind of feel bridge. Bridge can be super chill. If you're tired, you can do restorative version, just put something under your hips, no effort required. Good, and for those of you at home, I'm just turning my mic off while I walk around the room, but please unmute and ask me questions if you need to. Sorry to leave the camera. Hopefully you were enjoying your back bends. A few things that we were experimenting with, and I was saying that as you come into those back bends, ideally you want to keep your foot pressing on the floor rather than lifting the inside edge of your foot. So with any of these back bends, it's the back that is really strong. And in bridge pose, it's probably, depending on how you do it, because you can emphasize one part, but definitely the spinal muscles, the glutes, which is the buttock muscles, and the hamstrings are all working to lift you. And the hip flexors at the front are also working to lift you. Okay, so this is how we are supported in the back bend. And it's exactly the same when we come into this. It's actually as much about that as it is about the arms and the shoulders. If it's all about the arms and the shoulders, I wouldn't be able to do it because I can't even do pull-ups. Yeah, I would not be able to do it. It's because I've got strong back and strong legs and strong buttock muscles from all the walking and running. Okay, well done, everyone. Now, just take it easy. So be on your back. And what would feel good? Perhaps feet on the floor. I like to windscreen wiper the legs side to side. When I do that, my feet are wide. Now, usually, when I've done those big back bends, I'll just lie on the floor and take either just a position where the spine is more neutral or gentle twists. A gentle twist, you might tuck your knees up, have the legs together, and take the legs to the side, and arms reaching out. So come into a position where your shoulders feel really good, and you're taking a nice gentle twist through your spine in some way. Don't force anything, because we've done a lot of work with the shoulders and with the spine. So twist can be really settling. So just breathe into that. Yeah. And then we'll switch it up and take the opposite side. Soften the shoulders. Soften the hips. Okay. And then when you come back into like a more centered position, you might like to take some kind of forward bend. So knees to chest, lying on your back is a forward bend of sorts. So is happy baby or any other variation of knees to chest. Okay. And just take time to tend to your beautiful body. Lift your head. Head up. Okay, feet up, feet up. Okay, knees bend. This way, this way, this way. Yeah. Okay, and then this way, and this. Relax, relax. Okay, knees out. Same on this side, like this. Okay, this hand inside, and then try this way. Okay. Yeah. Go wider. Yeah. Okay. Lift your head. Okay. Okay, now we're going to get ready for Shavasana. And I would strongly recommend that you get all of the comfort measures that you need. Now, after I've done quite a big back bend practice, I personally like to bend the knees, but this is up to you. You have to see how it feels in your body. So this would be my choice. I would have something, please remember what I've been teaching you about head support. It's not just under the head. You're keeping the neck in neutral. So that blanket is coming all the way down to C71. Remember, it's not just under the head. And then you can tuck it and do what you want with it. Now, with my knees bent, it means that my lower back is settled towards the floor. These bolsters are really high, so sometimes they're too high for people with little legs. And if you've got little legs, you're going to also bring your feet up, and it might need to be higher than that. So you might go into something like this. And if you're at home, brilliant, because you can get all of your cushions off your sofa and just do whatever you want to. And get an eye pillow if you'd like it, and get a cover and put all of your warm layers on, like all of the blankets. So feel the support you've chosen and connect with your breath for a few moments. Sometimes helpful to take a few deeper breaths and notice the quality of the inhale, like bringing energy, perhaps more space. The quality of the exhale, letting go, softening down. Then let the breath move in its own beautiful rhythm. Face relaxed, jaw relaxed. No need to do anything. If the mind is busy, just let it do its thing. Stay anchored in your body and soothed by the breath.
And reconnecting with your breath. Breathe in and fill the body with breath. Let it go. A couple more slow, deep breaths. Fill the chest. And then gently moving. Perhaps you're moving your fingers, your toes. Yeah, and so just really listening into the body as you feel ready, just making those bigger stretches. Okay, and then you may want to either bend your knees and bring them feet to the bolster, feet to the floor, or maybe your knees come into your chest. And I like to roll to a side, one of the sides, just for a few breaths, taking some time to breathe into the back, support your head. And just obviously rolling up when you feel ready. Okay, my friends, take a comfortable seat. So it's up to you how you sit. You might enjoy bringing awareness to the heart in some way. So check in with yourself. How are you feeling? How are you doing? What's the residue of this practice? And taking a deep breath into the heart. Again, reconnecting to that for which you're grateful. Anything. Could be just this breath. That's everything. Okay, so especially when things are tough, lean into gratitude. Okay, and then as we come together to send a little wish for peace, may all beings be happy, healthy, and free. We'll chant Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So Shanti means peace. So you might like to think of this as first Shanti for you, second for the people in your community, and third for all beings in the whole world and the planet herself, because we are solstice time, so it's perfect for really giving love to our beautiful planet. And even to the people who we think don't need peace and love, because they need it more than anybody. So the people who you have a tricky relationship with, let's send peace and love to them and hope that they see the light. Okay? So together, Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Join in if you can, no pressure. Deep breath in. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Thank you. Go well. Namaste.